Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the YouTube account and we are looking at the Heroes of Espria. So overall guys, going in here, you want to make sure that you're setting your teams within this formation and making sure that other players are not farming you, because of course that can hurt the numbers when you look at where you're ranking based on other players that are attacking you. So we're going to hop over, we're going to check out Z Plus's guide like we do with all of the Heroes of Espria. So let's go ahead and look at it. All right, guys, and here it is, Heroes of Espria, volume number 3. That is right. It is Egida right here, Z+. He hit me up over on Discord a little earlier today, wanted me to check it over, see how it looks. It looks really, really sharp, guys. I love the little eggplant right up here with the sword and shield. That is awesome to see. So let's run through these comps. Rem plus the Awakened version of Sophia. Now, this is an older comp that we've seen that the Awakened version of Sophia has kind of come into, but you can see we are running Rem and we are running Alna. Again, this is one of the staple formations when it comes to the treasure scramble, as well as a lot of multiple formations in the campaign, but working incredibly well in here. You can also see there are a few variations, guys. We have Ezio in here, we have Yennefer, we have Ivan, and then of course we do have the Awakened version of Athalia. Now, one thing you'll notice from this guide is there are a couple teams that utilize a lot of the similar or same heroes. So you'll look at kind of going through here which ones you can build and which ones are going to be effective. Even here, guys, you can see with the beast, we do have the seal in here. We do have Talisman. Which pet to use, super dependent on your level. That is right, guys. If I have a level 9 seal and a level 18 Talisman, in this case, I would go ahead and just run the Talisman and be done. Twins comp. Now this, of course, is with the two brand new heroes. This is running Liberta and this is running Lucilla. Also running Amelia in this formation, which again, some of the heroes are used in a couple different formations, but running Albedo in here or Mulan with Merlin, again, kind of interchangeable, even look right there with Joan of Arc, kind of some interchangeable heroes. Looking at the Awakened version of Belinda, we do have Rowan in here with Aziz. Then, of course, the Awakened version of Belinda, we have Palmer and Ivan. Some of the variations dropping out, actually Ivan, putting in Rain. And it seems like as the teams are today, that Rain has now been officially kind of replaced by Ivan. Ivan is still showing up in a couple other variations, but again, it seems like that is going to be the place. And if you don't have the original version of Aziz, the Z Plus variation runs Yennefer in here, similar to what we've seen up here in the very first formation. Now, the burst comp, this is one of the OG PvP comps that we have seen within AFK Arena, running the combination of Zolrath with Zafriel, with Leica, has been, again, a very, very strong comp for an incredible amount of time. That comp changed a little bit when Vithio came out. Then we've seen the Awakened version of Athalia, also seen the Awakened version of Thane. So you can see, guys, the SP effects overall have made a big, big difference with the Awakened heroes. And looking down here, there are a lot of subs in here, guys, running. You can see a couple different heroes subbed in here, even seeing Mishka in here, seeing Anasa in here, seeing Halos in here, a couple, again, variations with those comp running right there with the Owl. Now, the Awakened version of Thane, again, this was the original Awakened version of Thane, was actually run with Hendrik and run with Sonya in the formations. Estrelda in here as a buffer, Halos as a buffer, Hendrik as a shield for the Awakened version of Thane. And then, of course, a lot of players do run Sonya in there, run Joan in there, with your choice of either Blade Ridge, the Moth, which personally, I do run the Moth in this formation, works incredibly, incredibly well. Then we get into the Rem and Amelia comps. Again, since Rem and Amelia have been released, guys, they have run together in a lot of different formations. And you can see Rem or Amelia or the Awakened version of Sophia have seen kind of a couple different ones that there have been kind of interchanged in here. We've also seen the Awakened version of Athalia, but this is with Joan and this is also with Merlin in the formation. So again, a lot of the formations use very similar heroes, but you can kind of mix and match in here. Then, of course, Rem usually runs with the seal, making the damage amplification in that group through the roof, guys. Now, Matria comps, you can see, guys, we do have Matria with Kanisa and Rook. Again, a really comp that has been staple within the Treasure Scramble. Olgath, we have Frampton, and we have Mortis in here. Now, the variation, of course, running the Awakened version of Aziz. If you don't have it, you can run Lucilla, depending on who you built. This is now running with the Spider, the newest beast, has made the presence known, guys, running the Spider in here. And then the Awakened version of Solus. Now, Solus and Nevi have run together for an incredible amount of content which we're starting to see and continue to see here. Tamris is in here. We also do have Mishka. And then, of course, Tarnos. Tarnos is one, guys, that can sub in Grez. You can sub in Mishka, kind of vice versa. Tarnos is one of the biggest staple heroes within the PvP aspect, which is the reason we do see him in here today. Tarnos in the Treasure Scramble really makes a team with the Awakened version of Baden. And again, that's exactly what we're seeing here. Now, in addition, guys, you can see we do have Orthos in here. Orthos does have to be built out quite a bit, similar to Kanice and Rook, has to see a very, very big build out because Orthos, I believe in this formation, the Awakened version of Sophia will continue to alt energy regeneration when Orthos ults. So again, a couple variations in here, including a star in here. And then we do have the Owl and we do have Talisman. Before we get into all of the comps, guys, the final one is the stall comp. Baden with, of course, Thorin in there, Flora, the original version of Talene, and then we're seeing Ivan, or we're seeing the Awakened version of Aziz in here. And you can see, guys, a lot of other heroes. Kelthar was actually used in this one a ton because, again, when Kelthar dies, Kelthar's shadow has to exhaust the hit points as well and die. We've also seen the stall comp in here with Brutus because of the shielding aspect. He is very, very hard to kill within this game mode. And then, of course, the Awakened version of Talene, the same, the shielding aspect. If she dies, she comes back to life, keeping Flora in the air really to make this stall comp work. Now, looking up at our other variations, guys, these, again, are just really strong variations. This is probably most of the free-to-play aspects. Super friendly when it comes to a couple different heroes. For instance, if you don't have this Awakened version of Belinda, Scarlet still does fit the bill and fits the bill incredibly well in the formation. We see Desira in here. We also see Lucretia. That is one of the reasons, guys, why I've always said with Lucretia, she is such a substitute in so many formations. It is incredible that she is still carrying as hard as she is, guys. But when you have this team and you have a lot of support to damage amplification for Lucretia, the big thing also with Lucy, guys, is a lot of players have her built out and a lot of players have her built out super, super high, which again makes it really important. Now, the SP right here of the Awakened version of Brutus, this is an older comp, again, that we kind of used to run. Works incredibly well with the shielding aspect. Mulan and Emilia do a ton of damage in here. And then, of course, guys, we'd be remiss if we did not talk about the Ainz and Albedo comp. That is right, guys. Ainz and Albedo still running old school King Arthur with Merlin in here. I love the build. This is, again, one of the absolute staple ones that we've seen throughout time. It has worked incredibly well. And then, of course, the Awakened version of Baden with Alna, which means that if you don't have Rem or if you're running Rem in the Rem Emilia comp and not running it in the Alna comp, you can do a couple variations in here. We have Silas in here. We have Mortis. We have the original version of Athalia. Even looking here, guys, we have Grez and we have Lucy. All three of those are kind of interchangeable, kind of fitting the same bill or the same role through a bunch of different formations. And then, of course, Burrell in here with Yennefer. Yennefer, of course, being a very, very strong feature. Then looking at the original version of Athalia as well as Oden in these formations, guys, to really round them out. So I'm going to put a link down to this below. I believe it is already up on Reddit at this point. But again, want to give a big shout out to Z Plus and the guild, Egida. I think that is how you pronounce it. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.